Yeah, baby. Joel, are you there?
Is this working? I have to play.
Oh my God, Joel!
You sound like you're in a tiny hole, in a tiny cave.
Joel, I'm going to text Kevin Gray right now.
We did hear you though.
Earlier we did.
When I was singing,
There you go.
is this better?
Like, you need to go a little bit higher on this game.
I can't. Like the fucking thing is maxed out.
What?
Let me look at your settings. Jesus.
Shit, we're live, guys.
Okay. I know. Go ahead, Joel. Speak more.
Test.
See, I'm doing it. I'm the one who's doing it. Keep going.
Test.
There we go. Better. Very better. Okay. How about now? Do
So
it
this
more,
is
Joel.
you breaking that shit, not me.
No. You don't know how to use StreamYard. We need to do like StreamYard 101 for the VC.
It's still a little tin canny, but we'll go with it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get Bill K to host it. We'll have his
Oh, that's
narration.
it. We can do that next week if you want. A little StreamYard workshop.
That's right. First, you have to touch your toes. Can you touch your toes? Your VC toes,
What does it sound like?
Terrible.
God. All right, we're gonna crank Joel to 200 here. Okay, it's at 200, maxed out now. How about we're gonna take echo cancellation? Joel, go.
I'll just stand here. I'll just sit here and look.
Okay, that's worse. Now, Joel, go now.
I'll be the eye candy of the VC. I don't need to be.
Oh my God, Joel, that sounds so bad.
This was working better before, right? When it was just you and I talking. Earlier?
Dom, what do you think?
Ish. Well, we could definitely hear you in terms of like gain level, but now it's still, the quality wasn't great then. The quality is the same, but now it's just very low.
I like this. Time is a construct.
Yes, I agree.
They actually think they're alive. Nate, to answer your question, answer this question. How was that drive back from Atlanta? One word, rough.
Whoa, Joel. Whoa, coming in hot now.
No. Leave him be. I'm gonna.
Test.
This is the show.
Hold on, I cannot control it.
There we go.
That's
There we
good.
go.
That's good.
That's good. What are you doing?
Don't do
I got
anything.
it. I'm fixing it on my side. I got it. I was going through a phantom power thing. Now I changed it. And
The old Phantom Power mistake.
Oh, yeah.
I've been using that damn phantom power thing for a while.
Sounds like a Seinfeld episode. That was like the Maxell commercial. I was like,
Yeah.
Are these guys always late? Shit.
Just right on time, right on our time.
yeah, never on schedule, always on time.
So you drove back from Atlanta solo?
No. It wasn't solo. It was with our mutual friends of Joel.
Okay,
This was Jeremy and Greg. I foolishly went to work. Did work today.
Wow.
Awful. Like, just awful.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody was mad at work. Like, why isn't this thing working? And I said, good question. I'm tired.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure the bot is tired too. Wow. Is that a joke?
Catching strays. It's still going.
Best songs about waiting. How about Tom Petty, The Waiting?
It's the hardest friggin' part, man.
Every day you just get one more yard, right?
Is it Yard? Is that it? Is that the line?
I thought that's what it was.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, God. Yeah, what a great song, but isn't it overplayed, Waiting Room?
Well, it's
about
like the
Waiting
only
Line?
song anybody knows.
Yeah.
The waiting line is at 07.
Whoa, deep pick, baby.
I'm surprised Joel didn't know that one.
Waiting for the sun.
So do you have a book report or, prepare, Jason?
About what?
About Atlanta, about the Rev. Tell us about the Rev.
First, I want to say I've met Alan. Alan was really fun to hang
nice.
out with.
Nice.
Sweet.
Always.
He took us, he recommended the store Ella Garou, which is, of course, a song from Captain Beefheart's Trout Mask replica. That was a great store. At that store, I saw the deluxe box of Appetite for Destruction, like this box that held LPs, singles, buttons. You
I didn't
know,
know that was a thing.
yeah.
Shouldn't be surprised. Yes.
Did you buy it?
Oh hell no! What the hell is
Okay.
that? It's just insane. Then I was like, "How do you open this thing?" And then I guess the owner,
don't.
Alan. The Alan was
just-
like, "You need to whisper to it," you know. Like, what?
Open sesame.
Can I tell Chad what you said? We were sitting in the car about Guns N' Roses. I just want to tell this story, real. See if anyone else can relate. So I'm playing like a mix of songs in the car, and "Love Like Blood" by Killing Joke comes on. Any of you guys know that song? If you guys don't know that song, people in chat will know that song. So "Love Like Blood," and this is the song that Jason, you said, was ripping off, or no, that Guns N' Roses ripped off for
Welcome to the jungle.
yeah, "Welcome to the Jungle."
It was. I don't know if you heard that, Joel.
I couldn't hear it.
Let's
What?
jump into it. AB right now. Come on, dial it up. Who cares what source it is? We just want to compare and contrast.
So Atlanta, like we met up with Alan. Now the Rev, right? Now, the Rev. How much should I disclose, Chris?
Well, that's
All
up
of
to you.
That's up to you, man. But
I would love to meet the Rev in person. So save me any.
Well, I heard. Okay, he didn't show up like at Early Bird. Like he showed up a little later. I was like digging records on Saturday before it went absolutely crazy, because the Vinyl Con in Atlanta was absolutely nuts. Like,
What are we talking? How many dealers?
I don't know. It had to be less than 50 dealers, I think.
That's healthy though.
But the place was crowded on Saturday, like super crowded. Like it was insane.
This is 1 day or 2 days?
2 days. Sunday wasn't crowded, but like Saturday was just nuts. Like it was insane. I had to give up around maybe around 1 or 2 o'clock. Like I can't move. I can't look at tables. This is sick, you know?
Wait, you gave up while you were selling?
No, I gave up while I was buying, Joel,
Oh, okay.
because
Stunty would not be happy with this.
I get that way too, though. At WFMU, like once the general population comes in, I'm just like, this is too much for me, and I go stand outside for 2 hours, and then I come back. It's too crazy.
It was like I just took a break, and then, shout out to Kobe. If you're watching, you did set it up correctly. You had a private room for the vendors, with stocked up with Topo Chicos, coffee, snacks.
Charcuterie, meat slices,
Right.
cheese.
Like I popped open a Topo Chico and like sipped it and cried, like oh my gosh.
I love a good Topo
You
Chico.
know, I was like, this is almost like the green room in 07 when Horseshit played South by Southwest. Oh my god.
Very nice. That sounds good. I want to get go. So this is the first time Vinyl Con has done Atlanta, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was successful. Very successful, and of course they had local DJs. There was a lady DJ that was like shooting. She had like the bubble gun,
Oh, nice.
So she was
Nice.
DJing and like shooting the bubble gun, and kids were just like
Great.
going nuts. And I was like, where the hell am I?
That's awesome.
So the Rev came up to the table around like afternoon or something, and he introduced himself as Chatty.
But of course, yes. Mr. Cakes,
That's right. That's right.
Dr.
Okay.
Cakes.
There you go. We got some comments here. Well, there I go. Well, of course. 6 foot bong rips anytime. So Alan saying there was 800 people.
What?
Fifth.
Really?
I also met Nate on Sunday. So
Nice,
Nate
Nice.
50-ish dealers. Yeah, definitely.
Is there a photo with all these characters?
I think Terry took the pictures. Like I was sort of like, sipping downing my Topo Chicos.
See,
You know,
Jason, that's
Wait,
why
you,
they're dying, because you didn't get the photo with everybody.
Yeah.
That's
so it
required.
didn't really happen.
Chris did it.
Yeah. So you saw the Rev, Alan, and Nate. That's like, what more can you ask for?
well, I also saw Luke and his brother from the vinyl community. I think Luke in the Grooves. I think that's his channel. So shout out to you, Luke. They kind of
Nice.
saw me and we had like a chat. There was a younger guy named Josh. I don't know. It was Josh D. I don't know if it could be the infamous Josh D. I don't know.
There
But
can only be one.
he was asking me about the comparisons of the videos, you know, the record comparisons. So that was super cool.
Nice.
Back to the Rev though, like the Rev, I guess he was trying to find me and then he found me and he surprised me. I didn't know he was taller than me, you know. I was kind of like, oh shit. Not
Another one
again?
taller. Damn it.
Right.
Yeah.
Not again. No.
Chris doesn't have that problem.
Is he taller than me?
No, absolutely.
But he's tall.
Yes. I mean, I forgot, Rev, if you're watching, I forgot to tell you, like, you were so tall, it reminded me of meeting Stunty and Michael 45 for the first time. Both of them are tall, and we took a picture together, and I was just like, I was kind of like looking at them like this. I was like, I hate this. I just really hate this right now. Like, this is not cool, you know?
Yep. I get you. I'm average all around, man. Average height, average everything.
You have big hands though,
I do.
as cited in video comments.
So shout out to the Rev. I should have got him a Topo Chico. I'm sorry, Rev. Next time.
Damn it. Yeah.
You will get the treatment. He was asking about you, Dom, specifically, you know, because I met you in person, right? You know, twice.
Yes.
You know,
Nice.
so it was a good time, you know. Atlanta, very known for their hip hop and soul records, and jazz records. Like that was crazy. There was a guy selling, you know, some rare jazz records between, you know, from like $10 to like $50. I mean, it was insane, you know. And there was a guy this other seller was kind of like, why are you selling all this, you know, jazz for cheap? And he said 2 words, Dom and Chris. He said 2 words: motivated seller.
Good for him.
I was just like, this
yeah.
guy, you know, I was like, I could give this guy a hug right now. You know?
That's why we need the Discogs meeting is a lie t-shirts, because that guy deserves one.
I love it. Oh, here we go. It's my second. This is my second troll that I found.
What is this? What is this?
Yeah. This is the second one. I feel so honored that one of them turned up in Stunty's chat.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they got it wrong. It was like Angry Dom instead of Dark Dom.
It said Angry Dom Records.
Yeah,
Bring it,
Angry Dom
man.
records.
Let's hang out. What was it? What was it? Crooked Dom? Let's hang out. I'd love to meet you.
The account was made today. It was made today.
So what? Let's hang out. I'll be in New York. It's like really soon. Let's do it.
Yes, if you have a shovel, you know, if you have a shovel, you know, you're ready. You're ready.
No snow blowing here. Only breaking our backs, lifting the wrong way, Chris. That's it.
That's it.
Do it.
And heart attack potential.
It's the only way to do it. Break your back.
Are you headed south, Dom?
Yeah, soon.
For real?
I mean,
Okay.
4 hours south. It's not really.
You know what I mean. But you're headed.
Yeah.
You got time. You got time to hang.
We'll talk.
Oh, cool. All right.
I don't want to like spill all the beans.
Yeah, no, I'm not asking you to. Just
Yeah.
if I have to make myself available, it's easy to do.
A lot of things are cooking. We'll see.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So Groove Seeker, you also met up with some folks.
I had a great time. I saw Ravi Coltrane at the Vanguard Saturday night, which was amazing. I haven't been to the Vanguard since before my daughter was born, so it was overdue. I met up with Jazz Bomb Mike, Chris from WCB Jazz, Rich DG Mono, and Notes and Tones.
Oof, heavy hitters there.
It was. I was intimidated. It was like the undergrad kid being around four PhD students.
Did you show him the Tone Broet pin though?
Well, we've been moving on the low. We got some heat on us recently, so the Rev and I have been we've been moving in silence a little bit.
Okay.
We showed up on some lists, a little couple lists, so we slowed down, but great time. So Mike, I met up with Chris and Mike early. I got to the city like around 1 maybe. We spent some time at Academy and did some damage there, and then we went over to Human Head. And they did more damage Academy? There. 12th Street Academy, yep. And then Human Head. And then we were tight on time because we went out and had a nice dinner where we met Mike and Rich, and the 5 of us hung out, grabbed a bite to eat. Really good conversation, as you'd expect.
What'd you guys eat?
We went to, some Italian place. Like, it used to be the old Sweet Basil jazz club, like part of it, and then it's like right down the road from like this Thai restaurant that if
this
you're down
Manhattan?
there. Manhattan, the Village, right down the road from the Vanguard. I had a steak, I think. Rich had a steak. I think there was some pork chops floating around, some cheeses.
This is heavy duty,
It was cool. It was good. But these guys are just a joy to be around, and some really deep conversation. Ravi Coltrane was amazing. He played. We went to the 8:00 show. They opened up with Roundabout Midnight, and he did one of his mom's unreleased songs later in the set. And it got pretty avant-garde at times, which I had a lot of fun with. Even on the first track, Roundabout Midnight, like everybody got a solo except for the trumpet player, and they were just like fighting to find the melody again, and they found it was just a really cool experience. So I haven't been in that club in so long, but when you go in there, if you guys have never been there, you just feel the ghost in the room. Like you feel like the energy in that place, and it was packed. Both shows were sold out. After that, I went home. I was exhausted, but I think the guys went out and hung after. It was awesome. So, got to meet up with those guys. And then Chris did a show that he does a couple times a year on Sunday. I caught a piece of that. And it's just a joy to be around. But I learned a lot from those guys. I mean, I think I know a lot about music until I sit with them and talk jazz. I feel like an amateur. So
yeah,
but yeah, it's good stuff.
Awesome.
Welcome, Bob.
Look at this comment from Bob.
Fucking Bob, man. When are we gonna get Bob on the VC Social Club?
Sure, yes. You're welcome, Bob. Yeah. Anytime. Question: how much snow did you get in New York?
It's hard to say. We probably got almost 2 feet, but then the drifts were like 4. So
shit.
I'll send you guys some pictures. The drifts were pretty rough.
It's for the first time. Well, it rarely happens that we don't get that much further upstate than you get down. We only have like 4 or 5 inches here, not even.
Oh, we got slammed, so slammed. Like
I went out. City closed all their schools and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter's school is closed tomorrow too, and they did a pretty good job cleaning up. But I went out at like 3:45, and I got in at 8:00. So there was a lot to do. My wife actually helped. Usually I don't let her, but I had no choice. It was rough, and she helped me a lot. So thank you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Question for Joel here. If you've never been to New York, how hard would it be to navigate to and from WFMU?
Let's dial up the map.
Well,
I haven't answered.
I can navigate the map on this one.
So it wouldn't be hard, Chase, and we wouldn't let you drown. We would help you. It's not
Subways.
that difficult. Subways, yeah. It's not hard at all. Subway, Uber. The hardest part is getting affordable places.
I'm looking for a place now. I'm way ahead.
Yeah. That's the thing you do. Book a place now.
Yeah.
If you got if I know a lot of people, like last year, so many people were there I wanted to hang with, so I stayed down there. But I would just come home and go back down. But I'm going to stay down there again for sure.
You could also get a place in Jersey and take the train in.
Well, that's the other thing. Yeah, you could do Jersey City. Dom says no with the path.
I had a horrible time in Hoboken 2024 FMU because parking there is is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life anywhere. Parking, New Jersey. You need a permit just to do it as someone coming from out of town. And then even to find a spot is not easy. We had to put it in a garage. We might as well just stayed in Manhattan and put it in a garage, which is what we did.
Well, what if you fly in?
Mhm.
That way you don't have a car. Fly in, take an
Sure.
Uber to the hotel.
Yeah,
then
That's
into the
different.
city.
Yeah, I guess I was specifically talking about the car aspect. Yeah.
I found a Holiday Inn or something in Hoboken where they had parking, and it wasn't extra. It was part of.
Oh,
the
that's
room.
cool. That's good then.
And
Yeah.
I thought about it, but then Jason and I stayed in Long Island City, which was good too. It only took Jason and I 47 minutes to go 1.3 miles from from where I parked to the. Remember that? We were like, "What is going on?"
Oh, you went to the wrong BBQ.
But yeah, Chase, you can get around. It's easy.
It is easy. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, let us know if you're going, Chase. Well, don't worry, just don't take any Uber advice from me. Especially if it involves chicken wings and ribs. I don't know where the hell I'm going.
To your credit, you still made it there. I was like, I don't know how he's going to go from where were you, the Upper East Side, all the way to the
Yeah.
West Side. I was like, whoa, baby! But you made it happen.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, even like I drove down Saturday, it was a breeze. I mean, I drove down, parked on 12th Street, 15-minute walk to Academy, and then just Ubered back and forth. It was great. I think there was some service issues on the subway Saturday when I was down there, so I was like, I'll just hoof it. I did not go to Stranded.
Oh, great store, but prices.
Yeah, and I feel like it's changed. It just felt different when I walked by it from what I remember as a kid. I was like, I thought about it, and I just passed. So, Dead Bob, stay at the Molly Pitcher Rest Area. If that isn't a tri-state area comment, I don't know what it is.
The other thing I would say is, you're sort of like a New York person. If like the first thing you ask people is like, "Oh, how'd you get here? What was the traffic like? Where'd you park?" Like that's like,
Yeah.
Anytime my dad would come see me, or I go to see my dad, it was always like, "Oh, how was the traffic? Bad, good? How long did it take? Like, what route did you take? Oh, you took 17. Awesome. Okay, great." Yeah.
I flew down. I left my house at I stopped by my parents on the way there. I must have left my house at like 11:45. I was parked in the Village by 1.
Very good.
Which was pretty good for a
Hey,
Saturday.
Romuald.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
man.
What's up, Romuald?
Jason's just scrolling through the chat.
What is this Interscope shit? We talking Dr. Dre? What is this?
No, so Caesar reached out to me and said that that Remy Zero Interscope is repressing a Remy Zero album, and when we looked at it, it looks like it's one of those Interscope only, like direct to consumer things.
Oh,
they
it's
got
IBC.
Yeah,
that's a good subscription model they do. Like there's been some good titles. Yeah, you're thinking Remy Zero and Phantom Planet, right?
Yes.
Speaking of, we need a Coconut Records repress too.
2007, 2006, 2005, somewhere in there.
Like Coconut Records, that was that actor, right?
Yeah, Jason Schwartzman. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that album.
But he was also in Phantom Planet, I thought too.
Yep.
Oh, really?
It's not the subscription. Oh.
Hot take.
Yeah,
he's a Long Island. Tom's a Long Island guy like me.
Yeah, I don't think it's a subscription. It's just their direct to consumer thing they got going on.
There's the Rev. There he is, Mr. Chatty Cakes.
I know.
There he is.
The Ween reissues are making it to stores. The Duran Duran reissues making it to stores.
So Joel, the Weens are going to be. They're going to distribution, all of them.
Yeah,
I figured they were.
We just saw Quebec and White Pepper, and then the Record Store Day one.
Are you going to get the brown box, the complete album?
I have not seen that one appear yet. Let me check on the other one. Hold on. You're talking about like the CD box?
Yeah.
Let me look real quick.
Best bagels are in Montreal, though.
Get out of here.
I'm sorry to say it.
It's for real?
Yeah. French Vinyl Attic will confirm. I know, Chris, I love a New York bagel, like love, but a Montreal bagel, it's a little chip above there.
Oh, Looks like the CDs are there. I didn't see them before.
Nice.
They're there.
I actually don't think the best bagels are in the city. I think the best bagels are in my area.
Well, the whole region is good. Jersey,
Yeah.
Long Island.
Yeah.
I love a big fluffy bagel. Don't get me wrong, but the Montreal one is all the standard is the sesame seeds, and they're a little thinner, a little crispier. Like the texture is amazing. Yeah.
I had have you had sourdough bagels?
Mm-hmm.
I had sourdough bagels at
That's-
Beacon. They were amazing.
I love that. Can we talk about bagels and lox for the rest of the night?
I haven't eaten a bagel since I left New Jersey. They don't still do bagel. I mean, you can get bagels in the grocery store here, but there's no bagel places like there are in Jersey.
I don't eat bagels up here. I've never. I'm 4 hours from the city. I never. Like, it's a completely different thing.
I'll overnight them to you, Dom, if you really want.
Would you drive them up? Maybe.
Yeah, I would try to do that too.
We'll go to the State Theater in Chanticleer. It'll be great.
Okay.
Here they just put donut place. We have 3 donut places in town, 0 bagels.
It's kind of the same thing in a way.
Yeah.
Just a little more sugar.
I'm not down with the avant-garde donut shops. Like,
you know what? They went too far. Yeah.
It's when they started putting like anchovies and bacon on like glazed, I'm like, this is.
Wait. There's not a donut with anchovies on it.
There probably is.
I mean, there probably is. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like $8 a donut or whatever.
Yeah. We got like we went and got like a dozen donuts at one of these places. It was like $60. I was like, what? I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, you know how many tone poets that is?
1.5 tone poets.
Just give me like a Dunkin' Donuts or like a gas station donut. I'm good with it.
The shitty
like
Krispy
local-
Kreme.
No way, dude. The gas station donuts here are horrible.
Oh no, the gas station donuts here, like there's all these local distributors and bakeries, from the city or around the city. So
Is there any gas station version of anything that's good?
Gas station coffee. I'm a gas station coffee guy.
Oh dear, really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'll keep that in mind.
Come on.
We stopped by some coffee shop probably in Alabama, and Greg, who was driving, he said it was like, I don't know if they put diesel oil in here. No, they did put diesel oil in here. I was like, do you want to go back to that place and be like, this coffee is like diesel oil? Like, just pour it down.
Is that better or worse than like the weak ass coffee that just, I don't know. Now you did 14 hours in one day. That was a solo drive or a 1 day drive.
Greg did most of the driving, and then I did maybe like 2-3 hours of it. I was super tired, but I tried to.
Were you in Greg's car?
That's a good haul.
We rented a van.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
I was gonna say, because neither you or Jeremy drive cars that I would imagine would be fun on a cross country thing.
Wow, Jeremy, if you're watching, you're driving. Very special. Very special. I don't know.
That is basically half the country, isn't it?
I want to hear the story about Jeremy's driving.
Sometimes rage gets in your blood.
Oh, you guys listening to Rage the whole time? Oh dear.
I don't know. I tried to just keep my eyes closed. I was like, if I die, they're gonna find that UHQR and they're gonna be like, what the? Why was this in his bag? What's happening here?
Every time I've driven Jason, I've driven like a grandma because I don't want to take it easy with people in the car.
I drive like a grandma.
Man, the chat is so slow in StreamYard. This is pathetic. I'm sorry, everybody.
Yeah.
Like this is inexcusable. Like, I mean, I actually now can see the YouTube and the StreamYard together. I'm not running this through my iPad anymore. Technology is back.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's true. He's like, I don't give a shit about bagels. That's a good point. All right.
Okay. What is this? Come on now. Okay.
Can
I
you
was
see
trying to
record
avoid-
box comment yet?
At the bottom.
Yeah, the one at 850. No, the one above it.
Okay.
That one. That's for Chris.
You convert utility bells into tone poet. Yeah, mine was about 20 tone poets last month. Fucking brutal. The utility bills are so bad in my area. There was like a protest at the town hall in my town. It was insane. New Beatles. Is it?
Yeah, speaking, Restream is what those people were using. I can't believe I said those people. That's what Mr. Barzar was using on his stream when he was.
That's the new white hot stream, huh?
And that's when we learned that the VC. That's when we learned the VC was dying. That mark.
Yeah, that's what inspired it.
This topic. Okay, so
I was trying to avoid the topic. Can we keep talking? I go off on a little rant in my chat. I was feeling saucy. I just start putting words into the thing, and it ends up being a topic. What am I going to do?
We got Dom, we got Dark Dom, we got Inspired Dom. That's what we get. That's okay.
I said 5 minutes to sit on 5 minutes to myself. I'm like, here, let me just, barf up some ideas.
That's what we do. That's what we do every week, but we just usually do it at 4:30. So this was good. It was in advance.
Yeah. So Joel, what do you think?
Joel,
About what?
Joel, is it growing or dying? You have a story. You told us.
Well, I
tell us
think
story.
I did have a story.
Well,
Remind me, what
you told it in the group chat. I want you to tell the story here.
Oh, about the stream. So what I just want to quickly. I want to differentiate between the vinyl buying community, like people buying vinyl out there. I think that is still growing. I still have people coming into my store asking me, they want to buy a turntable, or they recently bought a turntable, or someone gifted them a turntable. So I think there's still a lot of people out there buying vinyl. But if you're talking about the VC, as in people making videos about vinyl, I have no idea, because I very rarely watch it. If the story you're wanting me to tell you about is about Mr. Bizarro's stream, I will gladly tell that story, because who am I if I'm not either talking shit or complaining about something? But no, so I'm watching the stream, and it's going really good. It's Mr. Bizarro and somebody else. I forget. I don't even know what the other guy's name was. And they were playing music, and the music was great. They were playing a bunch of psych and hard rock and stuff like that. And then the stream, they stopped playing the music, and he puts the link to the chat, or to his StreamYard or whatever he's using, the restream, into the chat to have people come up. And Wyoming Dave joins the stream.
Wow.
Yeah. And he's trying to show off some records, right? Trying to, contribute. And he shows the Alice in Chains. Oh, that's who. Okay. Nate said the other guy was Dead Wax 66.
Oh, really?
And I don't have anything against them. So I'm going to say some stuff. Nothing's personal or whatever. But anyway, Wyoming Dave shows off that album right there, the one that Chris is showing. And
staticatx.com.
Oh, you did? And Mr. Bizarro, he denied it later, but he said, and you can watch back the stream, he said something about Lane Staley being a whiny emo kid, and then they were kind of acting like they either didn't know Alice in Chains or didn't like them. And this was after a whole hour's worth of them talking shit about Radiohead and acting like they don't know who Radiohead is, and do they have any singles? I don't know, did they have a song maybe called Cree or something? Pretending like they don't know who Radiohead is, which is completely fucking ridiculous. But when they start going off about Alice in Chains, I say in chat, you guys are being ridiculous. Who Alice in Chains is, you listen to them in the 90s, what are you guys being all pretentious and acting like you don't, these rare psych records from the 70s, but you don't know who Alice in Chains and Radiohead are? It's just ridiculous trying to.
They're saying they don't literally know who they are. They just don't listen to them.
No, they were literally I think they had a song called Creep or something like that, but I don't really know anything beyond that, which is silly. You don't have to listen to Radiohead to know that they,
Maybe
that
it's
OK
from another
Computer is
time.
an album.
Maybe he
He's
came
not.
from the
He's
60s.
around. He's around our age. It's just this whole thing of like trying to be cool and like he had this whole thing of like when bands are small and underground they're cool, but once they get popular they're uncool, and it's just like shut up, man. Like that's just. Well, that opinion's fine to have, but to sit there and pretend like you don't know who Radiohead is. Anyway, so after I call him out on Alice in Chains, then he goes off camera and he comes back with his original copy of the Tripod album. And he starts talking about how he saw Alice in Chains 3 times, including at Lollapalooza. So it's like, okay, like there you go. Of course you know who they are. Of course you like them. So why are you trying to act like you're too cool to like Alice in Chains now? Like it's just very pretentious. It's like this whole thing of like, I'm going to show these rare records from the 70s, but I'm like too cool to know anybody popular. It's just, I don't know.
So you
The
feel
VC
that the
is
vinyl,
dead.
yeah, the VC is dying or is dead.
I don't know. Like I said, like the truth of the matter isn't, Jason. I know. I don't really know what the VC is. Like I don't really watch videos about people in records. Like it's pretty much this crowd, and so I can't really say. But I think that when the signs that it's dying is if you have people making videos who don't buy records, like are still actively buying records, they're still actively listening to new music. These are kinds of signs that it's dying, Or if you're only showing like super obscure stuff and then someone mentions they like Radiohead in chat and you're kind of just shitting on them. It's just kind of, I don't know. It's just kind of like what Breakfast King put his comment up there because I
can't. It's not appeared in StreamYard.
Like it's really it's sad, but it's kind of true. The VC, what I've seen so far, and I'm not just, and my videos are boring too. Like I'm not saying like my videos are cool or whatever. I'm just somebody just who's does my own brand of boring shit on YouTube. But just I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I don't know. I like Dom's videos. Honestly, Dom is killing it. I like watching his videos.
Don't flatter me.
I'm just being honest. Like there's certain videos that I like watching and
Well, I started doing it just because I wanted to meet other people that have the sickness like me, I guess, because all the friends I have here and elsewhere and anywhere else, they all like music to a degree, but no one is like sick like you people. So that was like, it'd be cool to connect with some of those people and see what that's like to really like, get involved like in a real granular way about records the way I am. It's not just about music, right? It's about fucking these things specifically. So that was why I started doing it, and I thought, won't that be interesting, to try to find people to share ideas with, because that's what I'm thinking. This whole idea is about sharing in general. I knew he would show up, Rob. He's always talking.
Look at
this is like this was a bait for him.
But I think Joel, you did something really important that I was kind of thinking about. You're like the VC of the video VC or the actual people buying records. And I noticed some things this weekend that impressed me too. And I kind of feel the same way. They're two separate. They're not separate. One is a piece of the other, a very niche piece of the other. Like this is a very, very small contingent of the bigger music fan and vinyl buying.
I think what Tom said registers with me too. As much as I like watching certain streams, that's a good point. Like it's just like letting your stream run for a bunch of hours and talking about, or just having people, bagels and
yeah. I mean, when they were playing music, there were about 50 or 60 people watching. When they went to the talking, it tanked. It went down to like 20, and then it slowly started going down. And it's weird, right? Because we're up here just sitting here talking. I kind of agree with High Rant's comment there.
I mean, when it comes to streaming and like just discussing and talking about music, I feel like George Borden really did a great stream for that. He was really good at doing that. I know that there was shenanigans involved there too, but I do think like for me, like the VC was all about like like ideas and videos and like sharing ideas and building off other people's sort of like thoughts and like learning and all that kind of wonderful bullshit, you know.
It's kind of funny you bring that. Go ahead, Joel.
I was just quickly to say to Vinyl Dreamscape, I agree. It's nothing personal. To me, when I hear people act like they don't know who Radiohead is, it's like, I know in my days is like, you don't know who U2 is. Like, you know, you're just like kind of too cool to like know who these bands are. But it's like, you're around music. You're our age. You grew up. You know who Radiohead is. Like, don't pretend like you don't know, you know. Anyway.
Hey, Joel, does Skinny Puppy suck?
They do. They're the fucking worst, man. They're so derivative. Oh, that was the other thing that was kind of funny about that stream. Just really quick. He went on this rant on his stream about how Stevie Ray Vaughan was derivative, nothing original about him, and Eric Clapton's kind of trash. Meanwhile, they're playing all these psych records where it's basically just fuzzy guitars with singers trying to sound like Robert Plant. Like, there's nothing more derivative than that. And you know what I mean?
You're absolutely right about Psych, as much as I love it. Like, there's so much derivative bands, and I'm getting rid of a bunch of it as we speak. But you know, that is very true. There's a lot of copycat stuff involved in that sort of time frame. As much as I love it and have sort of been known to collect it.
Yeah, it's just a thing. I know it's like you're sitting around with your buddies, you just want to talk some shit sometimes, but talking shit about Stevie Ray Vaughan, Eric Clapton, calling Lane Staley an emo kid, and it's just like, I don't know. I was kind of just taking the piss out on him. I really wasn't upset or anything like that, but anyway, go ahead, Chris. What was the point you were going to make?
I don't know. I got distracted because I don't really like Clapton that much.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just funny to me. I don't know.
I would say, go ahead, Chris.
No, go ahead, Don.
I mean, the answer to this question is it's really just been changing. So maybe the true spirit of what this was supposed to be, which was really no rules ever, were there ever really rules to it, was the idea of sharing ideas and meeting people and connecting with people. And I think you can still do that, but there's a lot of distractions. And I feel like I'm less prone or less likely to find new channels that I found interesting more recently. I mean, thank God we have the Groove Seeker making videos. Like, you got to keep making videos, my friend. But you know, I've been turned on to a few new channels that I do like, but I feel like I'm mainly just connecting with the same people. And I don't know if that means because there's a lot of the people that started doing it are just not sort of hitting my interest points, or are just not that interesting, or what. And it's maybe a good thing. I can't be watching 100 VC channels. So there's just no time for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, so some of the points that you guys are bringing up kind of where I was going to go with this. So the first thing is I was in the two stores in the city over the weekend, and it was just all kids in there. It was fucking great. It was all it was all like 20-year-old kids buying records. Like,
are they buying the same stuff?
No, they're all over the store.
Oh,
they're all over the store, and they're all like. They're all talking and showing each other stuff and holding stuff up across the store. So great. It was like an energy too. I got pumped. It actually made me buy more records when I was in the store. I was just like pulling. I was like, I got to compete with these kids. I'm pulling shit, you know? That was at Academy. And then when I got to Human Head, it was the same thing. Like, I was in the store. There was like 6 or 7 people. And then like 2 groups of like four kids. I keep on calling them kids, you know? Kids and guys in their 20s, girls in their 20s coming in, like buying records in the 12-inch section, looking at jazz, like not just looking to be curious, right? And like, it kind of made me think about where I was at one point. So now, Dom, you bring up the point is like, you're looking for people that share the sickness. It's not really a sickness. It's like you're past that stage. And I think this is the simplest way to get that progression. Like, you're not working in a record store anymore, right? So you don't have that like 4 hours of philosophical conversation or discovery with people like you used to. I mean, that's hard to replace that. That's kind of how I grew up. So I think you get into this, you know, and you get on these streams, you watch these streams, you watch videos, and that doesn't count the goddamn 24/7 hour group chat, 24/7 group chat we have constantly going with, check this out, this is what's going on, did you hear about this? So it's a necessary outlet. I think the thing is how do you get those younger people involved in this? Because I think they have a lot to say. And I think that this goes back to Joel's point about being pretentious. Like if somebody showed up on a stream and wanted to talk about tripod and they were excited about it, and it's like something they just discovered, like let them do it, like encourage it, you know, don't knock it down like, oh yeah, that's old news. Well, it's new to them, you know.
I was curious about that too, about Brian's negative experience that he experienced. I think for me, I'm also just more interested in meeting like-minded people. Of course, I'm interested in learning about music and sharing it, but meeting like-minded people is what was really mostly about, and the reason why I like going to these record fairs and meeting up with people. Like that's the fun part. A lot of people feel that way too. Once you're sort of involved and meeting up with people, that's the fun part.
The crazy part is that I feel like all of us would be friends if it wasn't for this, but I would never meet you if it wasn't for this.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? So that's the beautiful thing. And then like even when I'm at dinner with the guys on Saturday night, there must have been 15 conversations that could have been a stream that you all would have jumped into the conversation and been like, this is a great topic. And it's kind of like this outlet for sometimes some esoteric stuff, but sometimes stuff that means a lot to people.
Did you write any of those things down? Maybe.
I have a few. They're very jazz heavy, but a couple of them are very VC heavy and very, very strong opinions on the VC and where it should go and how people feel about it when they perform in it or participate in it. So definitely some cool stuff. But we have plenty of yours to go off that rant list, Dom. You're like the next eight episodes. So
yeah, what people are saying in chat is right about, like, I was just kind of taking the piss out on them, and they were having their humor. And I've watched your stream and they're just playing music, but I've never watched them talk. I just thought it was kind of funny, you know. They were like, Green Day used to be cool, now they're not. Smashing Pumpkins used to be cool, now they're not. It's just, they kind of reminded me of those like super pretentious people and I hung out with in high school sometimes, where they were just too cool to like anything, and then they would go home and listen to like Belle Biv DeVoe and stuff, or what, I don't know, whatever. It's all good.
Can you go back to Alan's comment about the audiophile community?
This one?
Yeah, I don't want to put words into Tom Hyrant's mouth either, but I feel like I've heard Tom make these comments or read Tom's comments, and Alan's bringing something up. I think another thing that's a detriment a bit is there's most videos are like an infomercial to me. And I do it too. Like I show what I bought, but I just happen to be buying new stuff lately. Oh, that's changed recently. But I've always said this, and I'm guilty of it too. I have to be better. But you're going to show a record that was reissued, and I don't care if it's audiophile or not. That's fine. But like, you should really talk about the music and share what's so important about the music with people. Not that it's a Rhino hi-fi release or a Blue Note classic. Like, why is it important? Why did they reissue it? You know, why should you pay attention to it? I think that would go a lot more of a long way than just saying like, hey, this is the latest in this series, you know? So I think the audiophile community is dying a bit because of that.
Well, I also think, like, I mean, you tell me, I don't know, but it seems to me like with the economy the way it is, people maybe are less interested in paying like a ton of money for the, for the higher end stuff. Maybe I could be wrong.
Yeah, I kind of got beat up on Surface Noise about this, but I stand behind what I said. I don't think records are more expensive than what CDs were when we were kids. I just think that we're benchmarking it towards these like higher end audiophile products, which is a mistake. Like, you can go on Bandcamp and get plenty of releases for $20 or $25. Like, it's out there. So if you get caught up in the $59.99 mobile fidelity 45 RPM of an album, it's expensive and it's not sustainable for a lot of people, and that can be discouraging. But you have to Like, look, Stone Temple Pilots, they did the first 2 records for Analog Productions, 45 RPM. Like, they're awesome. You could go to Walmart and get a AAA cut of that on clearance right now for like $11.99. Sounds awesome. Like, so if you think it's if you're only educated on like reissues and like what's the big 3 silos of things coming out, yeah, it's going to get frustrating and expensive. But that's why you have to kind of like guide people and bring them into the other alternatives that are out there.
See, I need someone like you to work at the store, because when people ask me, like, why does this cost so much? And I have to tell, like still have that Green Day Dookie $100 audiophile thing. And I have to tell them, I don't know, to be honest with you. Like,
I just sold mine on Discogs for less than what I paid for it, sealed, because I just no interest in it.
Yeah. And by the way, I just want to quickly say, I wasn't slandering Velvet DeVoe. I love it. Poison is still one of the first albums I know every lyric to. I learned every lyric to. I wasn't slandering them. I wanted to say someone else when I did that little spiel, but at the last second I veered off and Velvet DeVoe came into my head. Trust me, I love Velvet DeVoe. I'm not slandering them.
Do you know in Atlanta there were so many copies of New Edition records, like many New Edition records?
Yeah. There
was 145 that we possibly thought was signed, by New Edition. I was like, Bobby Brown, man. I was like, dude. He got kicked out of New Edition. Did you know that?
Uh-huh.
And he still has that grudge with them. Like, he's never forgiven them.
I still think it's funny, that video where they're playing live, or it maybe been Bobby's solo, I forget. But Bobby drops his bag of Coke on the stage, and it's like while he's still dancing, he leans down and picks it up. I think that's funny. Concert buddy, please help me out, okay? Don't let him sue me. He's one of my heroes. Don't let him sue me.
Shout out to my buddy Bryce here. Bryce.
But yeah, there's still tons of people getting into vinyl. Like today, or not today, but the other day, a couple probably around our age or maybe a little older came in, and they're like, my kid just got me a record player.
That's amazing.
Like, the kid bought the parent the record player, and they're like, yeah, and I'm trying to figure out, like, do I buy all the records from when I was a kid? Or, what do I do? Like, how do I navigate this? So these conversations we're having about, like, what would you do if you started over? There are people out there like that, right? That are just figuring out, like, what am I going to do? Am I going to buy all my favorite albums from when I'm young? Do I want to get new stuff? What do I want to do? And there's
when I was in Human Head on Saturday, there was a couple probably younger than us. They were just in the bottom budget. They were doing like a Rojas, like firing through the bottom. They must have had a stack of records. Insane. Probably like 2.5 feet tall. They probably dropped like $400. And they were just saying, like, yeah, we just got my dad's record player. So they were just buying like classic rock and, popular stuff. But they were so excited. They weren't even like, they didn't know any better to check the condition. They were just like pulling them and grabbing them, which is cool. And it's good to see that. Sometimes like, I fight really hard to get back to basics on this and like not be so obsessed with like the dig of the prized possession, and try to just be more innocent about finding things I want to listen to and being happy with finding that. Or is it the best version? Is it the first like I hate that sometimes. It kind of muddies the waters for me a bit.
Yeah, just kind of stick with stuff that you actually want to listen to. That's my advice for everyone who comes into the store when they ask me. It's like, just buy it if you want to listen to it. You know what I mean? Don't buy things. I've never been down for buying things as an investment. I'm not trying to throw shade at people who do that, but I feel like I've seen too many people do that. Like I used to, when I was working at Tower, there was a guy that worked there that used to buy all the little figurines and stuff like that they would release, thinking that'd be a good investment. Not. Like, I mean, there's ways to buy things as an investment and have it be successful, but it's like it's way misunderstood how much of a skill that is. It's not simply just buy something and wait 20 years and it's worth something more. It's, these are people that have, special skills in that area. Anyway, it kind of breaks my heart a little bit when I see people doing that with vinyl, like a new record comes out that's a different color and they're like, I'm going to buy this as an investment. It's like, it's not gonna end favorably for you.
What
and Dom
the
is back with his AC on.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, you got into talking about Creed and Oasis. Oh, I should maybe turn the camera off and go away again.
No, he's just making fun of my comment. I think like the best thing that can happen to the vinyl community, as far as like not the YouTube thing, but the actual people buying, is for used records to steadily start coming down. Not on the super high collectible like hardcore stuff, but just the more common stuff, for it to slowly start to come down back to earth a little bit. And I think everything will be okay.
Wait, say that again. You just started saying the regular old stuff that gets shown all the time, essentially.
Yeah, like I just feel like because when I go to record shows, whether it's a big convention or just smaller ones, I find like a lot of people, they're looking for, we call them deals, but they're not looking for deals. They're just looking for some records where they don't have to like spend a ton of money, right? They're looking for the $5 and $10 records, and they don't want them to be like $15 or $20 records, right? Mm-hmm. And I think slowly the $5 bin has become like almost all garbage, kind of, and then they've started creeping up closer to like 15, 20 or more dollars. And I feel like it kind of goes back to that story I told about the Prince, where we're at a convention and just a casual listener comes up and they run across a copy of Prince's Purple Rain and they want to buy it. And I know in their head they're thinking it's going to be like 10 or $15. And the seller starts going on about it's like a rare copy and it's like $100 or whatever. And it was like, he's not reading the room. Like, you need to know, like, you need to know when you're talking to somebody where they care about what pressing it is and they know it's worth $100 versus the casual who just wants to go home and listen to it, where they just want to spend like 10 or $15.
I've brought this up before, and I think Decoy is in the chat, and I know he's into cards, and I used to be heavily into cards twice in my life. And I just get this disgusting feeling that this may go the way of the card hobby. And there's some, it's very similar, where it's like Dom and Jason would be one of the examples of, like, they don't buy new stuff. They're seeking vintage or original or semi-original pressings. There's a whole niche of card collectors that don't buy new; they just buy vintage, right? And then there's the newer releases got so whacked out with variants and pricing that it alienated the younger collector, and the people that were kind of jumping into new records or in that case new cards, they got out of it very quickly. So I just see this, and I call it manufacturing collectability. Like, I think that's what you're talking about to a certain extent, Joel, with like the alternative variants and different colors. And look, some of that's really cool. Like, I don't buy a lot of it, but if there's like, alternative artwork or an autograph, if you really love an artist, like that's sweet. But like, 12 different colors globally of a mainstream release that people are kind of gobbling up I don't think it's good for the hobby at all. It's good for the manufacturers of the record. So I just see like that and I think what you're saying is really important, Joel. Like, a kid goes into a record store, they don't expect to buy a record for $15 because they grew up with records being worthless, right? They grew up with it being like their parents are probably throwing out records or giving away records, or the records were beat to hell, so they don't see it the same way. some other people see it if they're
It
collecting.
may not even it may not even go that far. It's the fact that they're a kid and they may not have $15, right?
Oh,
Maybe they only have
that too. Yeah, 100%. That too. And it's like, they can only do so much.
yeah.
But yeah,
I think.
I
Well,
think-
I was just in terms of it going towards the baseball. I collected baseball cards in the early '90s too, and I mean there used to be baseball card shops everywhere. People, I mean,
Everywhere.
everywhere. How many of those are there now? Anyway, I kind of feel like maybe we would. I feel like this is sustaining and it's reached a place where it's leveled off to a place that feels healthy to me. It's not like the boom that we had, and that might be a good thing. I wonder if it was going down that road, if we'd even be further down that road to like just people like wanting to have these as collectibles and less about people just talking about it as a musical artifact. So I feel pretty, for me personally, like it's like we might be safe from that territory. I don't know. I could be wrong, but where was I think that's all I was going to say.
Well, there's part of it. Like, so Chris, you made a point a couple streams ago about like why used prices, like one of the causes of used prices getting higher because of the selling and the buying habits, right? Because I think you're drawing the correlation to what happens with sports cards, right? Like if a buyer pays 80% of what a card is worth, he's going to sell it for more, and with everything else going on, like that makes the price of used records rise and rise and rise because every new person that sells it needs to make some margin on top of it, so it's naturally going to get higher. So I think at some point something has to give. I don't think records are going to be just like records or just like sports cards, right? There's some that will be, right? There's some where they get traded and stuff like that, and they keep rising in price. But I think it goes back to like people have to get used. Like you need more low end, price wise records into the market to kind of influence the market to go down. And no, we're just talking about used records. To the few people in the chat that were talking about the price of new records, I don't think that they're too high. I'm being sometimes they can be, but by and large they're not.
I feel the same way about that. And also I think the volume that they're manufacturing on new records probably doesn't help the pricing.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Like people don't realize, like when major labels press an album, you think like, oh, it's going to be around. Like I can wait 6 months and buy it. You can't. It's going to go to print. I just sold my very last copy of Disintegration by The Cure, the latest reissue or whatever it is. And I was like, oh, I'm going to go order more. They're gone. You can't. You know what I mean? Now I have to wait around for them to press it again. And this is happening with all of them. Like you look at any popular album, like we talked about the Alice in Chains Tripod album. It's out there right now. Like there's a bunch of copies out there. You can find it. Give it a year. Give it a year.
They'll reprint Alice in Chains most likely.
Why would they? What are you talking about? It was out of print forever. Why? What makes you think they're going to keep it in print now?
Disintegration or the Alice in Chains?
What Disintegration? I mean, we'll see. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
What a couple of things like what the Rev is saying. Like this is a lot more of a diverse item. I mean, we listen to this. It's not baseball cards. It's a lot more prospecting going on in that market or in that sort of industry than records, I would think. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, but you're 100% there is. However, because of the prospecting in cards, there became two things came out of it: a very high end market, and then they manufacture collectability. Like you don't just get the rookie card anymore; you get the 1 of 1, the 5 of 5, the 10 out of the 10, the 20, and you have to you go and chase those. I'm drawing the similarity to records because during that whole COVID craze, there was a little bit of that where I understand it was a supply and demand thing. I don't want to talk about economics. I want to talk about reality. The reality is that people got so hyped over this stuff that the the marketing and the production of these records, like you got to have the latest Tone Poet, and then there was this thing that people don't understand, like it was selling out because there was production issues. It wasn't because it was collectible. And now you're seeing those Tone Poets for $20. So there's just like there's a parallel there. I don't think that I'm accusing people of speculating on it. I just think that record labels are they're manufacturing all these different things and saying it's collectible, but it's really not.
And that's just one avenue of this. I mean, there's a lot of people who are just not participating in that aspect to record collecting, and that's the
100%.
beauty of it. Like baseball cards, you're either in or you're not. Like, right? I
Well,
mean, you're collecting these things, and you're trying to get the best condition you can to trade or to resell or to keep it.
But there is a similarity where it's like I would consider you like a vintage card collector. Like you really go for originals or original pressings. You might buy a reissue once in a while or a new release, but you're really going for the vintage, right?
Well, that's one thing I was going to say about the VC is like I'm continually trying to find more and more new music that I like, but it's very hard. It's actually, I think it's harder to find new music than it is to find some, like in terms of like finding out about, not just finding a record, but just like finding out about just the music existing. Today's marketplace of people making records and music is way more insane to me, and it's way harder to find what you're looking for, what appeals to you, than it is to find, oh, I like this Catalyst record, you should listen to the stuff I'm used. Like that feels like a smaller avenue to me. It's not really, but I just think these days it's so easy to miss something really good. So I would love to see more channels that are like really devoted to that, if that's a thing. There's not that many.
That's why you need like younger blood in there, right?
Sure.
Because like to me, like discovering old music, like we were talking offline, like I just bought 2 records because I saw the covers in the store. And I said, oh, Dom would probably tell me to buy this. I had no idea who the artists were. So that's like new music to me, but it's old music, or it's older music, right? So we need like this younger generation to come in to this. It would be cool. I mean, who am I to say like we need this? But it would be nice to have some of those kids to come on and say like, hey, I buy records. Here are 4 records I bought this month, and it's probably 4 bands I never heard of, right? And that's kind of like
what you're saying is the VC and the record's just an old man's game, essentially.
Well,
which is maybe not wrong.
Hold on, I'm the youngest one on this panel.
I think the VC YouTube that we see is an old man's game.
I mean, younger kids typically are just starting to make a name for themselves. Maybe don't have as much disposable income. Someone mentioned this is about disposable income, which it's hard to disagree with that. But so they have
disposable income and sacrifices.
Yeah.
You know, we all sacrifice to have records.
Do you want to hear a story?
Yeah. Are you gonna tell it?
Yeah. Let me find. I think it's Rev's comment. Rev, here it is. Okay, Rev, you were not. Did you see the slab guy, Rev? I know, Chance, if you're watching, that guy was there. Like we've seen him in Austin, but he was at Atlanta. I don't think he was selling, but he was buying up. And we ran into him at the Ella Guru record store in Atlanta. He showed up, and then he starts talking, I guess, to the owner of Ella Guru or whatever. And Alan was there with my friends, and this guy was like going on and on, like he was traveling to a lot of record shows, buying like a lot of signed things and acetates and sealed records. And Rev, every time he told a story about how he found the signed record or a sealed record, he goes, "Can't wait to slab it. Can't wait to slab it." And I just kept on looking at him. I think Alan and I were just like looking at him like, who is this guy? Who are you? Like, this record should be, free to be played and enjoyed, but you're ready to slab it. And at Ella
sounds like he really knows what he wants.
They had this signed Aussie record at Ella Guru, like behind the guy's, behind the counter. It was like up on the shelf, like signed Aussie, Blizzard of Oz, And I was like, hey man, like, I see that Blizzard of Oz. Like, did that slabbing guy not want it? And he was like, I think we were talking so much that he forgot about it, which was a good thing.
Yeah.
So
Like,
when that guy was here in Austin, there was a conversation that I was kind of eavesdropping on where there was a guy talking with him about the fact that how much more he was able to sell his records after he got them slabbed. And he was giving examples like, I bought this thing, had you slab it, and then I went and flipped it and made like this much multiplier. Like he was talking about it like I hear them talking about sports cards.
Mm. Who
And he
buys
was
slabbed records besides Steve Aoki? Like, is anybody buy slabbed?
I mean, I don't, but I mean, this guy was selling them probably on eBay or something. I'm not sure.
So we should have that slab guy on here and just berate him like people who get berated for common music taste. That would
Yeah,
be
let's
fun.
bring Tom. What's his name? Tom Cord up. Let's bring
no,
all the jokers.
no. There was a talk about that. Like this guy that was selling, like rare jazz records, between $10 and $50. He was like, "Who's that hot stamper guy?" And I was like, "No, we can't get in this conversation. We cannot. Please don't go there." And he's like, "No, like you have that channel. Who's that guy?" And I'm like, "His name is Tom Port." I was like, I told him, like, I read about this dude in the 90s. Like, this guy was already on this evangelism of the hot stamper. And it was very attractive. Like, I know, like, people like, Fremer, like, laughed at that dude. But, deep down, Fremer knew Tom Port had a point,
It's always about, finding your stake and just being confident and just shouting it out, right?
That's right. Just shout it so loud, like no one could like attack you, right? Your attack was just too much,
I'm not attacking anybody, but
Well,
I would like I would like to find somebody in the VC, active in the VC, that's buying slabbed records and actually talk to them about why and what their motivation is.
Well, I think it's a relatively new thing, though. Like the slab guy has only been at the Austin Record Convention the last 2 years, and when he first showed up, it was like a brand new thing. Like he was just getting it off the ground. So I don't think it's caught on to like a wide audience yet.
I don't anticipate it catching on. I mean, I could be wrong. I just don't. It doesn't appeal in the same way that comics or cards do. I don't see it.
Yeah, but I mean, if they're going to keep going down the road, I mean, this whole thing of numbering, limited, different variants.
Well, what are the auction houses? You can auction records right now with heritage auctions, and they're not slabbed records. They're records. They're out there. They're graded. I bought stuff from Heritage. It's great, but like they don't require you to slab them until you have auction houses like commanding, certain like list of items that you have to do to submit records to them, i.e. like, oh, sorry, we only take slab records. That might be where that might start to turn, but that's still a small piece of what's going on here. I mean,
here's a question for y'all. Do you think the people that complain about overgrading on Discogs, it'll ever get to the point where they maybe only trust slabbed records because then they could count on not being overgraded?
It's an interesting take.
It's all,
because if you
like, or even if it's not slabbing, right? You just had a certified grader.
Yeah. That's what happened to card collecting. I could buy the same card as you. You buy a PSA certified, and I buy it raw. I'm paying 80% less than you in most cases because I'm taking the chance and I have no idea what it's graded. But you have the confirm. Or on the flip side, you can get it graded and the value could go down.
Yeah.
I will tell you a story that just reminded me. A friend of mine who owns a record store, he was buying from auction houses, and he bought a selection of records that were all slabbed, and he got them for a good deal because people didn't bid on them. What did he do? He got them. I watched him, ripped them open, put them out in the shop.
He freed
Fantastic.
them.
He freed them. He's like, this was like half of what it would go for if it wasn't slabbed.
So like the only justification I have for slabbing a record would be like a museum piece, right? Like some pristine artifact or 78 or something that somebody finds that's actually in really good shape and it's a part of like history. Okay, slab it, preserve it, fine. But other than that, it's like,
yeah, I mean, there's something to be said for that because it's memorabilia at that point. It's not
Yeah.
as much as
Or-
something you're going to listen to. You want to preserve it in the best way you can as an
Right.
artifact.
Yeah.
Like, Kimbo, there's no hate towards the slabbing. I think I just didn't like how this guy was approaching it. Like the way he was talking, how he found this rare signed Roy Orbison record, and he, I was like, cool. Then he had to fill it in. Can't wait to slab it. Like Kimbo, it was just like, dude, don't keep using that phrase. Stop, please stop. Like it was.
It sucks. I hate. Yeah.
Like,
Well,
Yeah.
and slabbing for the there was mention about what is that? That's freezing your record in like Han Solo in Return of the Jedi, where it's frozen and never to be like played again, so that you can look at it on the wall. Keeping it in its current state so not to get affected by,
well, I mean, like he went on this big diatribe, I don't know, for like 20, 30 minutes about the slabbing to the owner of Ella Guru. And all I can think of was, man, how long was Han Solo in Carbonite? How long was he sitting down in Jabba's lair?
That's good. Yeah, how long was it? Huh.
Did Princess Leia get a new boyfriend, while they planned to free Han Solo,
I think too, it's like a very I don't have the right words for this. It's like you're surrounded by a bunch of very passionate people that see the I don't know, emotional, spiritual value of what we do and why we collect and how much we love music, and then you're bringing in somebody who's trying to commercialize that. And it's sickening. Like with cards and even comics and stuff. But with cards, it's different because what do you do with a baseball card but fucking look at it? That's all you can do. You can't play a baseball card. So
it doesn't apply here, really. It just really doesn't.
Yeah. Are you gonna start slabbing like fucking utensils and pens and magazines? You're gonna start slabbing everything if you could start slabbing records.
No, you're right. There's those few things that make sense. Like if you found like a rare Black Patty 78 and you're like, it's cracked. Like, well, what am I going to do with this thing? It's not playable, or cracked where it's not playable. Some 78s, of course, that are cracked can be played. But if you found one of those for whatever, let's just say, and it's got missing a piece of the shellac, well, that would make sense to sort of like frame or slab and put somewhere.
Sure, because it's an art. You're treating it. Right?
Yeah, it's an artifact.
Or like if you had like pick anybody, if you had John Lennon's copy of one of his solo albums that you knew was his and it was documented, okay, you slab it. It's not going to sound any better, So it becomes like a little museum piece. I don't really hate it.
It just doesn't apply here. It's somebody trying to find a niche or trying to find a thing, and it just doesn't work.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you touched on something. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, final slabber guy, you're actually a cool dude. We had like great conversations. This is not an attack against you.
My question is, he was talking about all this in a record store, though?
Yes.
Like,
it was just
it
like
seems
really,
like that would maybe piss off the
I just
record
felt
store
like,
owner
I felt like,
or
well, I mean,
employees.
he had these like amazing stories of traveling to different shows and traveling to different record stores and buying stuff, but it always ended up being slabbed, and it's just like, it's like he's putting it in a coffin, man. I was just like, dumb. I was like, dude, I don't know, like.
Did you buy that Skull Snaps and slab that thing?
Right. He wouldn't
Maybe just
he
just like saying slab. It sounds like.
I know. So, and just I know. I'm sure he's a cool guy, but I have a fucking problem with him. I don't care if Jason does it.
So, Chris, I have a question for you. Since you sound like you're more familiar with the sports card world, so there's this thing that you see in the music scene, right? Like whether it's concert tickets or the price of any physical media, where there's this like push and pull of like the artistic purity, like wanting to keep money out of it, and then the economic reality of the fact that it costs money to do all this stuff. And it's always been like that in music, right? There's always the people keep money out of it. Whereas, like one of the comments that anyway, I won't get into that. But but with sports cards, I don't know if do you see that or do you not? Because it's pretty clear. Like it's just like you said, it's a piece of cardboard to look at. Like there's nothing you do with a card. So do you see people wanting to keep money out of it?
I don't think so. I think that so. I'm speaking on behalf of Decoy here because I consider him a friend and we chat about this because I have a little bit of insight into his world. I think like when I look at Decoy, he like collects what he likes, so he has a very specific thing he goes after. It's not like he's just buying everything and speculating on it. So I think that's the parallel here. Like you have collectors that say like, I'm just going to collect New York Yankees cards. And that's what they collect. They don't care. But then if there's no other, you can't do anything with a card. It's really like,
well, you kind of have to slab it as soon as you get it, right?
You have to put it exactly. Yeah, and because like Dom and I could have the same exact card, and his is a different. Just by chance, his is a different condition than mine. We could open the same packs right in front of each other. So like,
anyone has the Billy Ripken with the fuck face on it, I'm buying.
I just sold one on eBay like 6 months ago.
Damn.
Oh man.
So you have the people in this like the
so
sports.
you can't. I'm sorry, you can't keep money out of the sports memorabilia. You can't. Yeah. It's too hard to because it's.
This is sort of true what Alex is saying. The hype sticker thing is. I wonder if it doesn't. I do see that quite a bit more. Like the people going crazy for a little bit too into the hype stickers.
I got a record in the shrink at Human Head. It was a Jack DeGiannette ECM. I ripped the shrink right off.
I will say this: I used to be hardcore shrink always stays on. People like Alex and my friend here Adam and Stunty and some of you folks out there who have been like ripping it right off. I don't completely do it. Like I don't completely always remove it, but a lot of times I do remove it, and that has rubbed off on me from the VC. I will say that.
I'll save the hype sticker for two reasons. One, it's nice to know what I have.
Yeah, I try to save it. Yeah.
So I save it. But the other thing too, I notice like when I sell on Discogs, if I say like hype sticker included, I get people like message me as like, is the hype sticker on the shrink? I'm like, no, it's out of the shrink. I cut it. Like, okay, that's great. And they want the hype sticker. So, and they're not vintage. They're just like random reissues. So I keep them, but I'm not going crazy. I say, oh, that's cool, like the hype stickers on it, but I'm not buying it because it has the hype sticker.
I mean, vintage ones are cool. It's hard not to like some of the designs are amazing, but it does. So we need more VC channels devoted to hype stickers. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, is that Mr. Sticker Mania? Is that what he does?
No.
What does he do? So wait, but is he a sticker? What's his name then? What does that mean?
I don't think I've ever known. Frank, are you in the chat? Could you tell us, Frank, if you're watching?
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
So this is why I think the VC won't die, and I experienced this Saturday night because I thought I had some pretty nerdy thoughts, and I was like, I would never introduce some of these topics, right? Because I don't think anybody would care about them. But the conversation got so deep Saturday. I was like, this is amazing. And like, we're talking about this stuff like so passionately. Like, this is why I don't think the VC will die. I just think it'll become way more concentrated. And what scares me about that is that you start to funnel out a lot of people. Like you need a bigger funnel of individuals willing to participate in it. And by the way, I'm a rookie on this, so I'm not saying like I know it all or
it's different being a rookie, someone making videos, or a rookie collector. So you've had many years of collecting. It's just you're bringing in this other aspect to it.
Yeah.
Which was true for me when I started doing it. And I was like, I didn't know anything about making videos.
Yeah.
It's just about that's the other thing I was going to say is like, it's not so much about what you're, I mean, to me, it's secondary. It's about what you're showing. It's about the personality and like, how interesting are they? And am I learning something from them? Like, there's like Aaron, the metal theologian, who like, I don't collect metal, but like, he's great. He's just great to watch. He's just got a great way about him, and he's fun to listen to.
See, I think you bring up a good point. Jazzbell Mike said that to me too. It really resonated with me. He's like, I'd rather watch somebody who's passionate and I'm not interested in what they're talking about versus somebody I'm interested in what they're collecting, but they're just not into it.
Yeah.
So that definitely comes across, because I watch plenty of people's videos that I have no idea. I mean, I go to Stunty's live stream. Like, I go there to support Stunty. I like Stunty. I consider him a friend. I watch this stuff. I don't know anything he's playing, and like 1 out of 4 or 5 things like resonates with me. But it's about what he does and the people in the chat and like seeing the comments and the education you get. Like, there's value there. You know, I have a little note when I watch Dom's videos. What's Dom? What did Dom mention? I might like when I watch Stunty stream. Like, if I can catch something, or if Sean puts the link there, I'm like, oh, that's interesting to me. I'll go investigate it. Even during Joel streams, Joel plays a ton of shit. Like, I think is really cool. I'm like, oh my god, I never heard this. So I'm not gonna just not watch it because I'm not into it. You're looking for knowledge.
Yeah,
that is a really good point right there. Yeah, I mean, Stunty's like a total prick, but I do like listening to him talk about music. You know, I could just sit there.
You had to go.
You did it. You did
He's
it.
not here to defend himself, Joel.
Had to.
No, I'm just messing. I'm messing with him. No, but you're right. Like, I was trying, like, I do just sometimes like to listen to people talk about, like, I love listening to you talk about jazz, even though like I know I'm not going to listen to like anything, you know, like I hope people don't get, because it's weird. Like, the reason why we talk about the music is we're hoping to inspire people to listen to it. So I wonder if it like turns people off knowing that I just like listening to you talk about it, but I have no intention of listening to it.
Well, but that's a friendship thing in a lot of ways. Like, I'm not saying I watch or pay attention to what you guys are doing like out of necessity. It's like I want to support you. It doesn't matter if I take every recommendation or I'm like, you know, I don't. It doesn't matter if I watch every video. I don't comment on it. Like, I'm not just gonna throw things out there and just try to participate. It's like you're just being supportive, and I think that's true. That's a good thing you said, Joel, because I think you don't want people to think that the groups are incestuous, where it's like, oh, because Dom said it, I'm listening to it, or I have to go listen to it because Dom said it. Yeah. Like, that's not a healthy thing to make things. That's where things get homogenized, right? We talk about your homogenization theory all the time, and this is like that's how that happens. So, it's true.
You don't have, by no means am I going out and searching for everything I see. I don't have to love everything, but I like having the information. I like storing that and just, you know, remembering. Like, I want to look through the bins, like, oh, this is that record that Joel played, or like, you know, Jason showed this thing, whatever. Like, and then I might be at that point I might get it, or if I'm interested. But it's just nice to have all the information, and then also like take on like and listen to somebody who's actually gives a shit and is passionate about the thing.
That's true.
Can I share something else? Oh, sorry, go.
Oh, one other quick point, Joel. Like, that's the other thing too, is like Jason might recommend something to me that I'm like, all right, this is okay. But then I might have a friend who I know who will love it. I'm like, oh, hey, my friend Jason said that I should listen to. You should check this out. So there's also like that passing along too, and it's like meaningless, I guess, but it's what like kind of puts some enthusiasm in my social life, to be honest. Like, outside of, you know, family and responsibilities, like, this is what I live for. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, and you can't emulate and copy what everyone's got their own sort of thing that they like, and you can't expect to, you know, I watch Stunty's stream and I love everything. I mean, pretty much everything he plays I'm interested in, but by no means can I just go out and get those things. You know, I pick the few that really like speak to me in a way that echoes what I'm into or echoes something I want to get into.
That's by design, Dom. That's by design, because Stunty likes to play stuff that he knows nobody's selling on Discogs. That's part of the appeal, you know.
He's crafty.
So
he's a crafty.
He knows damn well you're not going to be able to get it, and that's why you keep tuning in. Or one of the reasons you keep tuning in, because he has the rare record that only 2 people in the world have, and he's one of them.
I gotta have it too.
The better looking Joel.
Do you see his comment?
That's cool.
I guess
we can go back to bagels. You know?
We killed it. I mean, how many different kinds of bagels are there that are good?
I would say there's 8.
I like blueberry bagels.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not talking about the the flavors. I'm talking about like regionality and like different styles of.
I mean, I don't. Probably just we're New York.
Chicago. What is Chicago doing with bagels? They got good bagels.
They have deep dish bagels.
What?
You
Deep
did-
dish bagels?
Shut up.
I'm okay.
You ever
with
have
deep
like you ever come home after a night of drinking, or like you're on the road, it's like 3:30 and you get one of those gas station bagels with like the melted butter. It's been sitting in the saran wrap for like 8 hours. It's a good bagel.
It's been a minute. Yeah, they're all soft and soaked in. with butter.
Yeah. Something special about that bagel.
Well, it's
The
also
butter's melt.
3:30 and probably anything would be good. But
That's true. That's true.
People in chat are making me die here, dude.
Well, I
Record
mean,
Talks
yeah,
comment. and
I wish I could show it. Like he's saying, I'm going to slab a New York bagel, so I can show people in Kentucky what a real bagel is.
you gotta make sure there's no air in there. Definitely make sure all the air is sucked out.
If you want to slab a New York bagel, I'll send you a baker's dozen.
Egg everything.
Egg everything. Dom, my man.
No.
Egg everything.
There we go.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's only like 2 good bagels on the planet: Montreal and New York.
I never had a Montreal bagel, so
You should try one.
all right, I'll go.
So Joel, before your time, Stunty did get bit by a snake on a stream.
No.
Legend. Yep.
Are you?
What was the circumstances?
I think he was just outside, right?
I don't think it was live though. He did get bit by a snake. I don't think it was live though. I don't remember. He did get it. That is what I can recall happening.
Come on, Mark. Come on.
Cronuts.
Never had one. Yes, Alan does. Okay.
Just so Josh D knows, I am a complete psycho. So just chill with the comments.
Okay, so I think Kimbo and Cesar have said, Frank Sticker Mania is all about the hyper stickers.
He likes the hype.
Hype stickers, yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with being about liking hype stickers.
I don't.
I mean, he touches the record.
I got a Sweet Carly Simon hype sticker over here if anybody wants to see it.
Yes.
Is it vain?
It's yeah.
Is there clouds on the hype sticker?
Let's see.
Hey, before we end this thing, are we going to show like recent pickups?
We can if you want to go there, but I mean, you haven't really. Have you told me that the VC is dying or growing?
I have no idea. I told you I don't watch VC videos. I just don't.
So you think it's
I've slowly been fixing my algorithm. After you fucked it up, I'm fixing it by like telling me, don't show me any vinyl piper, don't show me any of this. And so like I'm slowly fixing my.
Well, you don't like Moonblood.
Wait, I have a
You don't like
wait, I have a
Moonblood
question.
with 10 pops?
Wait.
Come on.
I have a question about algorithms.
Uh-huh.
Have I fucked up your algorithms with fish?
Yes, of course you did.
ABP, baby.
And I'm fine with that. There's just certain things that I've had to slowly fix.
I've been very, very hesitant. I've been careful not to click on all the links you sent, Chris. I got to be careful. I'm sorry.
Dom has like a burner YouTube account just for my recommendations. Totally different algorithm.
No, the thing is, like, they're on the Instagram, so you open them through the Instagram app. Do not like open the open app. That's
Google Chrome. I do not want to open it in Chrome.
That's the secret. Don't. Otherwise I'd be like, seeing all this fish stuff on, as on my feed, or as Joel has said, I'll see a bunch of vinyl piper, bragging about the next thing he paid too much money for. Come on, no.
Here's the truth, right? I want everybody out there to find the videos that they're interested in. I'm interested, if I could find more people in the vinyl community that are talking about the music that I'm into, I would love it. But I don't want any videos of people talking about psych records from the 70s or how they feel about Led Zeppelin or the Beatles or whatever. Like, I'm just trying to find people that I can relate to. I would wish Jose would make some videos on his own talking about the actual music he listens to, and not just making jokes. I like Dom's video.
Jose was streaming for a minute. He did a few streams. They were really good, but he stopped.
Yeah.
Jose has Jose's taste in music and my taste in music has a lot of overlap. The stuff that he actually listens to and stuff.
Is Mr. Sticker maybe is Frank here?
I don't see him.
Carbon Records. Carbon Records.
You know what that means, right?
I even got a price code sticker on this. Look at that.
Wow.
Code D, nice.
And look, 2 posters. 2.
Let's see the other one.
Why do you have that record?
I found it for $1.
Oh, okay.
Was it clean, near med?
It's great.
Yeah, never been played.
Hold up, here's the better question, right? Everybody in the chat, are
the
you ready?
same poster insert.
Everyone in the chat, are you ready? Who mastered that record?
Only $40 for this. Who wants it?
Who mastered that record?
Let's find out. I don't know.
Bernie Grundman.
I see a Sterling in the dead wax, Chris.
Oh, Sterling.
I do.
RL or
no? This is not in the nicest shape. I frankly don't remember where I got this from. It might be in my new acquisition that I was telling you guys about.
That's one of my favorite music trivias. Mick Jagger uncredited backup vocals on "You're So Vain."
But does everyone like a price code sticker?
Very nice.
The value went up. It went up.
No, if anyone wants this, just let me know. You can have it for nothing.
Only if you had an in-groove sticker on there, man.
I know. I should ask him to send me a sheet so I can just start sticking them on stuff. You think Mike would do that?
I was just on eBay. I did see an in-groove slab sticker. So
no,
you never know.
Avocado toast is delicious.
That's right. We went.
Vinyl Kicks is complaining about prices of new releases, but you're buying avocado toast. Come on, come on, BK. Come on, man. Come on, man.
It's $12 for a slice of bread with avocado on it. Come on.
Man, I'm taking more shots in the chat. I love it.
It's because you attacked Stunty.
I know.
The Bialy community? Is that what we're saying? How about a Bialy? A smush bagel.
I'm going to rebrand. Just going to do about bagels. You know what I'm saying? Just,
you could. Right? Instead of going to barbecue places, go to bagel places.
Right.
The BC.
Just eating bagels and then watching the Everything Bagel fall onto that record. You know? That needle just bouncing that garlic away, you know?
Yum.
Awesome.
Underrated salt bagel.
I like those too. Sure.
Yeah.
I think they're all, cinnamon raisins kind of shitty, but I'll have a cinnamon raisin bagel.
Ooh.
Come on, man.
No, they're good. They're good. I think sometimes that's not my go-to, but
no, it's not my go-to sometimes, but they're weak sometimes.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Go back, Jason.
To who's
the high rant.
This one.
Yeah. So high rant. You want to know how much the Dream Pop community isn't super niche? Jason and about 50 other people paid $50 a pop to go listen to Heaven or Las Vegas in a bar. It doesn't get more Dream Pop than that.
Not a bar. Okay. Hold up here, Joel.
I got to ask about this.
You're going too far. Do
they serve alcohol? Do they serve alcohol?
It's $50 to go to this place.
Bar.
Yes.
50.
You have to make a reservation. Yeah.
And it's doing it's successful.
Yes, they're playing a record, highly critically acclaimed or something,
And they picked the record.
Well, yes. So they chose Cocteau Twins, Heaven or Las Vegas, right?
One of the greatest albums.
See you.
Hold on for the chat. This is a place in Austin. This is not a bar. This is not a record store. It's a what?
It is sort of like a cocktail room.
Oh, it is. Okay.
It's a bar.
But
it's a bar.
A cocktail room.
It's got like
What are you,
high
from Brooklyn?
fidelity. Well, looks like it.
It's a
And they have like a really nice setup, really
Yes.
nice
Yes.
sound system, and you go and you sit there and they give you a drink and it's $50 and they pick the record
Yeah.
and then you leave. And that's
Well,
it.
you hold on. You know what record it is before you're buying the ticket.
Yes.
It's not like a roulette where you just show up and they play some random record.
Can you tell me every single record they featured on these nights?
Yes, a couple weeks ago they did J Dilla Donuts, and it was actually great to hear that album like on a big, setup. And then they told us about a website like samplingdonuts.com, and like I was like looking at it while hearing it play, and then I was like just thinking of like I knew most of the samples, so then I was like, whoa, so J Dilla really slowed that one down to like make sure it swung or was really back in the beat, or my gosh, J Dilla, he really bought a G plus record on this sample. Damn.
Right. Sidebar, what's the pressing? Do they get into like playing the best pressing, or what do they do?
Well, some people do, but like when I asked the DJ about the Cocteau Twins, and this is no offense on her, like she was oblivious. Like she just chose a reissue. Like she gave me the record, and I wasn't gonna be, like
this isn't a UK 4AD.
Right. Was not gonna play that card, because that would not go well, Even I have my VC bedside manners, Let's be honest here. Wasn't gonna go full record dork on that, It's gonna, But I was like, so she doesn't know, like ignorance is bliss. That's cool. I think I'm gonna leave, like there's no reason to get into it. But the other time there was a different DJ for the J Dilla Donuts, and like he actually went into the pressings like with us. He was like, we bought that audiophile version mastered by the great Bernie Grunman, but they compared it and they said it was like no different, from the first pressing actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that Stone's Throw reissue is same as the first, he said.
Yes, he thought he thought it sounded the same.
Did he play the donut cover or the Dilla face cover?
Well, I think the Dilla face cover.
Right answer.
Okay. So, but I mean, like, it's not like we could have done it there, like, and that got me thinking, like, maybe I got to go buy donuts again and buy this audiophile pressing, and I'll compare it, and we'll do real, proper shoot out of this, because it had me thinking. But it also taught me like why I don't own an MPC anymore, because you're trying to get that sample, and you're trying to look at like an MPC is a sampling machine. If anyone in the chat doesn't know, and it has a very, very like small rectangle, small screen, and it was just driving me crazy. I'd be trusting my ear while looking at the the bars of the music being sampled and trying to like either like constrain it or just cut it, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, oh my gosh, this is why I don't deal with that anymore.
So is it typically $40, but you were there, so they charged $50, or is it always just $50?
It's all online.
So you're paying for the sound system essentially?
Yes.
Well, not just that. It's the community, because like honestly, like my first reaction when Jason told me this was like yours, Dom. Like you're nuts paying $50 to listen to a record.
I'm just wondering why 50. Like it could be 20, and that feels like plenty.
No, Joel's holding back here. He was like, laughing at me, and I was like thinking, like trying to discourage me, and I was like, Joel, this is what I'm going to tell everyone in the chat on the panel. This is when I looked at Joel's like, Joel, I guess Stunty was right. Skinny Puppy does suck, So you better go
is the drink
eat
included?
Right.
Is the drink included?
They get one drink.
Yeah.
Oh, the drink's included? Okay, so.
But here's the thing. It's like a book club, but you just don't own the book, right? Like you still gather around because you could discuss the record after.
$50 to be in a book club? I'm in a book club. It's free.
No, but in a book club, you have to buy the book. You don't get the book.
There's libraries, Joel.
Okay, so it's minus the library, minus owning it. You show up, you listen to it in a room with other people, and then you discuss it. It's kind of a cool idea, because the idea of doing it any other way doesn't work, right? You can't all go to a record store and then have like 20 copies of an album where you all buy it and then go home and listen to it. And like, you can't do it like a traditional book club.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around the 50 bones. That's a good question too.
So the place is called is it the Elephant Room or the Equipment Room?
The
It's one of
equipment
the two.
room.
This is a legitimately good question. Is that I'm assuming they're not paying the artist; they're paying publishing.
We don't
Technically,
know.
that's a performance of the music.
We're not in their business. We're not trying to put them on blast.
Well, that may make sense if they're like, well, that's why it's $50.
Okay, we'll go with that because
I
we
mean,
don't want anyone writing.
Is it different than? Is it that much different than going to an independent theater and watching a screening of a movie?
That's what I'm saying. It's akin to that, right? It's like
Absolutely.
except for it's $50 and going to a movie doesn't cost
20
you.
to see it. What is it now? I haven't gotten to see a movie. It's like 15 to 20, right?
But if you go 50, what's a drink in Austin, guys? $10, $12, 15.
That's a thing. And also Austin has a very big drinking culture. There's people go out every night of the week, just want to hang out with their friends in a bar. You know what I mean?
Does it have nice chairs?
Same thing, but they have a really nice sound system, evidently. Yes, they have chairs, and then you listen to
Are
a
they
full
nice
record.
chairs? Are they folding shitty chairs, or are they like king chairs?
They're good chairs.
Oh,
They
how
had,
many?
Sofa. They had. It was
Is
very.
is it limited to like 20 people or something?
I think like less than 40. Yeah.
I have a lot of questions.
I understand, guys. I got to correct the chat before they have a panic attack. I know a movie isn't $50. I'm aware.
There's also the fact that
Elliot.
this is Austin, so there's a lot of UT student loan money floating around out there. It's got to go somewhere,
I'm gonna have to try this here. That's it.
I'm trying to justify the cost. I'm trying to justify the cost.
Dom is getting to where I was like, I'm gonna start inviting people over to my place, $50 a pop.
I don't want to go to work anymore. Okay, I want to figure out some like loophole here.
Like every night, Nate streams a record on his YouTube channel. He does it for free. You know what I mean? Imagine that, but he makes $50 a pop for everyone watching.
I think if Nate showed the wolf mask more often, people would pay. But if it's just a turntable,
everyone's quiet. By the way.
Yes, they make you be quiet. Tell them about that story about Jeremy.
Oh, like that bar in the East Village where they shush you. Does everyone know about this place?
Yeah. I know that place.
Burp Castle.
What the hell is it called? Was it called
Burp Castle?
Yeah.
Yeah, that you go in there, you have to whisper, and if you get too loud, they go shh.
Is that place has good Belgiums on draft too, right? I'm pretty sure they do. Yes, I've been there.
So
I didn't last long.
So
I got shushed, man.
We were listening to Jay Dilla Donuts, and Jeremy, my friend Jeremy got a little too loud, and this guy came up to us like, your guys are too loud, they can hear you, and in the back, and then there was a guy dressed like, he almost looked like Clint Black, he had the tucked in shirt, black jeans, cowboy boots, and I just kept on thinking, how the hell does Clint Black know about Jay Dilla?
Well,
the VC doesn't even know about
movie parallel. Another movie parallel. The usher comes over.
Wait, what other records did they do? Come on, tell me.
They did Jeff Buckley Grace. They did My Bloody Valentine Loveless, which would have been something else in that room, right? I think it would have been a lot to handle.
Is this like a Macintosh? Is this like a Macintosh rig?
Yeah, what do they got?
Yeah,
of course. Yeah. Every fucking listening bar is a Macintosh. What turntable?
I didn't see. I didn't check on that. But they do have a Rain rotary mixer, I believe. Like, it may not be the Rain, but it is like a high-end rotary mixer. Sure.
How amazing would it be? You walk in and it's just like the basic Audio Technica, like belt-driven turntable.
Put up
like a couple of bookshelf speakers, like no-name brand bookshelves.
Powered bookshelves.
Elliot's over here like, I know Clint Black, but I have no idea who Jay Dilla is.
Where's that comment? Is that at the end? There it is.
I say I send Elliot Cruz this book.
That's good.
All right.
You got one too? Oh man.
Oh, of course. I bought this like the day it came out.
That was a great gift. Thank you, Chris.
Wolfman, please. Wolfman, you capture this. Capture this now, Wolfman. Look, Josh D. How the hell does Jason Rojas know about Clint Black?
Jeez. Well, If they need a producer for like what records to pick for this bar, I have a couple of good ideas. Okay,
Dom, they do.
start there.
Dom, they put out an ad.
No.
They put out an ad a few months ago asking for DJs. I saw it. Jason saw it. Jason
their
was
guy.
encouraged to apply. I thought about it, but I was like, I don't have any time to do it. But this is what it was for. I didn't know at the time what they were. I thought they were advertising for people to DJ inside a breakaway, but
They'll
I
be
think
like-
they were advertising for this place.
They're like, okay, you're hired. I'm like, what's your pay? I'll be like, well, okay, what are you gonna pay me? Like, no, nothing. You just get in free to the event. I'm like, ugh, rough. Okay, I guess I get free drink ticket and no $50, gratis entry.
The thing is, like, I thought about, like, okay, like, if I would have applied and done this, it might have been overkill, I would have been too much for people, right,
Yeah, you got to come with all those factoids. Be like, so I did an A-B of the 13th floor elevator, psychedelic sounds of, and I tried 6 different pressing. You're going to lose a lot of people. Clint Black's not
Wait a
staying.
second. Hold on, Jason. Hold on. I'm going deep here.
This
You
is
would-
gold. This is a top.
would-
This is it.
You would fucking shut the Hoffman forums up if you showed up and did an A-B on that Macintosh rig at that place. You would put those
$75 for
in
the
their
A-B.
place.
It brings up a good point, Jason. You take
should
your
do it.
shootouts to a whole new level.
So it's I'm not riding the fader on the Macintosh boys. You know what I'm saying? Fuck. I'll fly down. I'll just stand there like a security guard next to you while you do it.
3 times a charm. That's your third threat to fly
That's
down.
the third one. Damn.
You and me, Chris, right? We're on either side with our sunglasses on, just kind of guarding.
I would like throw on like a full on Mazzy fit, right? Like, how dare you challenge me? Don't you know where we are? We are in the equipment room. You can trust me. I'm in the vinyl community. I'm a record expert. I would just throw that down. Like, you peon, sit there and eat your $20 Moochie, Tostito. Okay.
They have snacks too.
Yeah.
Jason shows up. He's like, I want to direct your vision to the big screen. I'm going to put a PowerPoint up. He's like, bass. Bass is the low end on a record. Mid, treble, and just give him like a nice like lesson before they listen.
Right.
I like it, man.
PowerPoint.
They're
Like,
onto
Kevin
something.
Gray is evil. He is the devil. Devil. Just
You hear how there's no mid range here? Do you hear how there's no mid range? It's Kevin Gray. We don't want that.
Seasoned audiophiles only.
Yeah, you should start
then-
every time. Be like, okay, so we're going to talk about the vinyl community for here, and look at introduce you.
Then there's a whole nother side hustle we can develop here. We can actually offer like a course, and we give you a certificate that makes you a seasoned audiophile when you complete it.
Also good.
We're onto something.
Also good.
Not right there. Like a whole series. Like you have to go every weekend for a month, and then Jason gives you a certificate that says you're not.
well. The
I
thing
mean, that's
is,
a good deal.
The thing is, like at the Atlanta Vinyl Con, like when they were like, questions about a certain record, I was trying not to tease my friends, when like, for example, for Joel, like Jeremy was trying to sell something and, he's trying to, sell it. And I was about to come up next to him and be like, I'm Jason Rojas. I'm part of the vinyl community. You can trust me.
Hype man.
You can trust me. I know what I'm talking about here. This record, it's killer, right? It's gorgeous.
Yes.
Like I would have done gorgeous,
Drop all those words. Must have, essential, killer.
Fantastic.
Right.
Best I've ever heard.
Yes.
Watching Jeremy sell records is pretty entertaining, I must say, though.
No, he's good at it. He's very good
Yeah.
at it.
Wait, what's his style? What is he? Is he like a hard sell? What's he doing?
No, not a hard sell. Go ahead, Joel.
Oh, okay.
He's just, I don't know. I can't really say much. I just think I find it entertaining. Like when someone complains about the price and he goes in and starts explaining how he came up with the price and everything like that. He's very good. He's a totally different kind of salesperson than I am. You should meet him. I think, Dom, you would all like him. He's a cool guy.
Is he like you got to have that record? Is he like one? I like
No.
I like guys like that. You gotta have that record. You're
Like
"Oh, I
Jack
do, I
Black?
have this
You
record."
look Jack
Yeah.
Black?
Yeah.
Okay.
This has been funny. I needed a good laugh. This was one of the funnier.
If we can talk more about what's the name of this place doing the $50 vinyl.
Here, let me put the Instagram. I'll get it for you. Hold up. Let me
Oh.
let me
Ferber's lasagna at night. Yeah, there's so many
actually-
tie-ins. There's so many tie-ins.
Put Sean's comment up. I'm fucking dying here.
Let's see. Where's this comment?
There's the last comment at 11:50. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh my gosh.
Like I wonder, like
Roger.
obviously, so Jeremy and Jason chose Jay Dilla and Cocteau Twins for a reason, right? But I kind of wonder the rest of the crowd, like, do they know the album when they showed up, or were they rolling the dice?
Yeah. Nobody.
You know?
It's probably a little of both.
Yeah. So let me talk about this. Like, I was waiting in line for this Cocteau Twins, right?
Waiting in line even.
And it
Wow.
was sold out. It was sold out. There was like an older couple behind me. And I mean, they were older than me. Like, I believe they must have been in their 50s or 60s, right? And I asked them, like, what's your favorite, Cocteau Twins album? And then, like, have you seen them live? And the guy told me, yes, I've seen them twice, right? He saw them for the Bluebell Knoll tour and Heaven or Las Vegas tour. When he talked about the Heaven and Las Vegas tour, I was like, gutted. I was like, oh, wow, so cool. And then he asked me, like, have you ever seen them? I was like, no, but I have a story. They played Columbus, Ohio, but I can't remember what tour was that, but they chose Columbus, Ohio first because some guy wrote about them in a fanzine and they remembered him. So they started their date there. I think it was like in the 80s. And I asked my friend, my old roommate, did you go see them? And he goes, no, I hate Liz Fraser's voice. It was just like, what? Dude, no, you did not see them because you thought she sucked. Like, man, that's crazy.
Sounds like something High Rent would say.
Yeah. But for real though, like what's interesting about it is it's almost like someone came up with an idea that's so outside of the box that, I mean, I know it's not a new idea. The vinyl bars are a thing, but the idea of charging 50 for it and making it like this crazy system and like, we're going to talk about this record. We're going to sit down. Like, it's like dream up something that no one would think of. And then you sort of can like attract people to it. Cause it's like, oh, that's weird. It's like you're creating something people didn't think they wanted to do.
Well, there's two things that makes it successful. One, the fact that you charge $50 instead of 10 actually makes it successful. Makes you seem like exclusive, I think. There's some consumer psychology there. The second thing too is this kind of ties into our discussion. People want community. So they actually put a price on that community interaction. They're thinking, oh, I'm going to go to this and there's going to be like-minded people there that
so you talk after or whatever.
Yeah. But they could just come to this every Monday night for free. I don't get it.
There's another place in town called Mohawk, and I never went, so I can't speak from firsthand experience, but it's called BYOV, Bring Your Own Vinyl, and they would have like a DJ set up. And the only thing I don't know is if there was a DJ and they gave the DJ the records to play, or if they could go up and put the record on themselves. I'm not 100% sure, but it was the idea that people would show up to this place, this like venue, and bring their own records and play them and share them. It is about community, right? There's a lot of people that aren't introverts and like really value that.
So, Dom, at Angry Mom, did you guys ever have guest DJs while the shop was open?
No, I think on Record Store Day a few times we had people like really devoted to doing like a DJ set, but that was it.
If I owned a record shop, I would have a setup and people could come. I would let people spin all the time, like regulars or whatever. Like, come in for an hour.
Yeah, because half the buttheads working there don't know what to put on, or they put on stuff that's not for sale.
Exactly, or shit that like people don't want to buy anyway. Like they actually walk out when it's on. You're like, what the fuck is this?
That was a big thing for me. I've talked about before when I worked in the stores or the feeder stores. It's always like, can you just play something that like is not only good, that's like good for the store, but actually we can sell? Like, can we stick to basics? It can still be interesting and weird or whatever, but I hated that.
When I used to close the bar down, me and my buddy, we wanted to get people out. We would start playing like Glenn Miller and like Harry James, and then start playing like Residents and like Zappa and stuff, just so people would leave on their own.
Yep.
Get out.
Atari Teenage Riot.
Yeah.
That was my experience.
Fish put out a 27-minute, runaway gym. People would exit pretty abruptly. It was good.
You'd lure all your heads to it, though.
Yeah. All right, we gotta wrap this up here, so Jason, it's getting late.
Same.
So final thoughts.
It's not dying. Younger people are still buying no matter what. Slabbers want to keep slabbing. You know?
Slabber's gonna slab.
You know, I think maybe the videos are maybe getting a little boring. You know, like majority. You know what I'm saying? The more popular ones, they're not going to teach you anything new. You know, so you'll find things that other smaller channels that are more niche in a way, but things that are like hold your interest. You know, if you're open to new things, right? So I don't think it's dying. Those older people may be dying, you know, literally and figuratively. Now I went dark there, you know, and soon their
Death is a part of life.
right, their classic rock records and their audiophile records will be on that market soon, you know. I mean, I hope they grade them all VG++, you know, to the grave.
Plus.
That's right. That's right. I mean, sooner or later, you'll be able to get a fraction Moonblood with 10 pops, you know? Soon.
Hey, can you share this thing right here?
Yeah.
I think this is, to me, any of you guys seen this before?
What is this?
So this is something new, and I haven't seen one in person, but it's a record player CD combo. You
Does
can
it play
put the
slab records too.
You can put a CD in the middle, and it plays it like normal, and it also has a record player, so it's both. And they evidently, I haven't seen them in person, but they are like two different variants, right? There's like a higher end variant, and then a more regular variant or whatever. That does like all the Bluetooth and stuff like that. But they put the CD player right in the middle of the record like that. In the
oh my gosh, did it just like jump in?
Yeah.
Look at that. I mean,
but to me,
can you play that again? Watch this. Look at the comment.
That's hot. That's hot.
What
the fuck is this?
The CD.
I'll be more impressed if I see like a tape deck built in, like the old school ones.
That's
Just
right.
tape deck.
no, but this is like a real thing, and because what when we're talking about is the vinyl community going to continue growing, I don't think so much about just vinyl community. I just think about like people into physical media, period. So CDs are part of that, and something like this potentially, because one of the issues that people still have out there is it's easy to get a good quality turntable without spending a ton of money. Yeah, I think it's much harder to find a good quality CD player without spending a ton of money. And if something like this doesn't suck, which I don't know yet, it has potential, right? Like if the turntable's not horrible and it can play CDs too, in one thing, which means you can hook this up to some powered speakers, it could have potential,
Is that an S-shaped tone arm? Or not really?
No.
More C-shaped.
Is this a Kickstarter or is this an actual product?
No, this is a real product. In fact, I heard about it from one of my distributors, sent out an email saying they're going to start making this thing available. So I was thinking about buying one just to test it out for myself, just to see if it's something I might want to carry. I mean, obviously, I don't know.
I recommend you reach out to the manufacturer and shill the fuck out of this thing, Joel.
Yeah, they're dying to give one of these away.
All I see is like, can that thing reach 85 miles per hour?
Well, at first I thought the
I mean,
CDs were played in the front. Like I thought the CD went into the front, but when I saw the CD went in the middle, I was like, that's kind of interesting. You know what I mean? Design wise.
I mean, it's just a platter either. I mean, I guess it can work. I just feel like you can buy CD players for very little. You don't need to have a 2-in-1, do you?
Well, what do you mean when you say buy CD players for really little? Where are you buying CD players from?
You can get them
The thrift store.
Yeah, at the candy shop.
I don't know. I go around to thrift stores and I bought a bunch of CD Discmans, and they all none of them worked properly.
We have special thrift stores, very special ones here, where they repair everything.
I mean,
Look
you
at
can
this
get
comment.
you can get an inexpensive $4,000 CD transport if you wanted.
Jose, please God no. Please God no.
Look at
No
this.
more.
We're gonna go Joel here. Then me and we'll let Dom close out. So Joel, what's your take on the VC, if it's living or dying?
No, I think the VC, as far as like people buying records, I think it's growing. I continually find more people are like for getting into records brand new, getting their first record player. I definitely do not think it's dying. And as far as the VC on YouTube, I don't have a damn clue whether it's living or dying.
Yeah, I think the vinyl community, from the buyer's perspective, is definitely growing. I don't think the VC community on YouTube is dying, but I think it's getting a little homogenized and losing a little bit of its romance. And that's a responsibility on all of us as participants to help change that. It might not even need changing. That's what we think. I get the impression we think so. But yeah, I think it's a growing thing on both sides of the coin. Just could be better. Don, what about you, man? This is your topic. It was absolute fire.
It's changing, I guess. No, it is. It's changing. It's not really dying. It's just sort of morphing. And it's, by the way, most of the people who buy records, or a lot of the heavy, serious collectors, or whatever kind of collectors, don't even know what the VC is. So this is still a small thing. So if more of those people start making videos, we'll have a lot more interesting content out there. But no, it's changing, and I think it's over the years, it's refining itself in a way that I find to be positive when you look at the people making videos for the right reasons, which, by the way, that's always a good reason to make a video if you really want to make a video and not have to. Want is the kind of key, so that comes through. Like I never try to do this if I feel like this is something I should do, but more like I have an actual interest to make this. That's a key. So as more and more people sort of take it on and create things because they feel like they have an urge to talk about something, the better it'll be. There you go. There's some optimism for you.
Good shit, Dom. I like that.
Are we going closing out with the DJ set?
So we're going to end this with Lou Donaldson, Blues Walk. So I want to thank the panel, Dom Seeking a Groove, Joel, Static ATX, Chris, Groove Seeker, and Dark Jason Rojas. You watch out, VC boomers, audiophiles. Your time is soon, And Jose Moreno Juan, I watched this at gunpoint. We'll see you next time. Peace, everybody.